Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Cougar Central presented by Energy Ogre. I'm Sydney Gerbrecht. This is Eric Kelly. Eric, we had a historic weekend here on the University of Houston campus with the last game ever to be played in Hoffheinz Pavilion.
Yeah, there were tons of letter winners who came back. Hakeem Olajuwon, Elvin Hayes, everyone was on hand to see the Cougars play that final game. And Sid, best of all, really, they sent out Hoffheinz the right way.
And they sent out the 2017 senior class the right way with a win over the ECU Pirates. A historic weekend for the men's basketball program as they notched their 537th program win in the last game ever to be played in Hoffheinz Pavilion. The 2017 seniors were honored for their contributions to the program, while many former letter winners made the trip back to the Hoff to pay homage to a piece of Houston and NCAA basketball history. The Cougars rolled over the Pirates in a 73-51 win that found Rob Gray leading all players with 24 points and surpassing 1,000 career points. Damian Dotson continues his now 31-game streak of sinking at least one three-pointer every game. Women's basketball took a win from Cincinnati in the American Athletic Conference Tournament, defeating the Bearcats 74-61. For the second time this season, the Cougars saw 5 players score in double digits, led by Angela Harris' 17 points. The Cougars' tournament run was cut short by its quarterfinal loss to Temple, 67-58. The Cougars were led by Harris and senior Jacqueline Blake, each with 15 points. Rain put a damper on the weekend for both baseball and softball. The Houston baseball program split on the diamond against number 7 Cal State Fullerton. The win was made possible by early offense, including Jake Triolo's second career home run, and a stellar pitching performance by Seth Romero, who had 10 strikeouts in his 8 innings of work. The Cougars dropped to the second contest 4-1, with only one run being plated by a Joe Davis sacrifice fly. Connor Wong continues to be a threat on the base paths despite the loss, as he has reached base safely in all 10 of the Cougars contests thus far. Big week for Cougars softball, first with a major win against number 5 Texas A&M. Savannah Hebner not only shut out the Aggies but also brought in the game-winning RBI. Over the weekend, the Cougars won both of its playable contests in the Houston Hilton Plaza Classic. The first, a 14-1 run rule against Princeton, and the second win against Sam Houston State in walk-off fashion. Shelby Miller continuing her impressive senior campaign, going 5 for 6 with a double, triple, and home run over the 2 games. Miller's home run is her 8th of the season, currently leading the American Athletic Conference in that category. Brooke Vanoy was the hero of the Sam Houston game with a walk-off single. Both starting pitchers, Savannah Hebner and Tristan Melanson, each added wins to their records. And as a result of her week-long efforts, Hebner was named American Athletic Conference Pitcher of the Week.
Both golf teams wrapped up tournaments last week as the men finished 11th at the Clarencia Cabo Collegiate and the ladies finished in 10th place at the Dixon. Junior Michael Paris led the Cougars as he tied for 18th after shooting 2 under for the tournament, and Pepito Gonzalez and Matt Williams also recorded top 50 finishes. Meanwhile, Leonie Harm led the way for the ladies as she shot 2 over for the tournament, good for a tie for 18th place. Along with Harm, Yvonne Reihers and Allie Anderson both finished in the top 40 as well. A nice weekend for tennis as the ladies went 2-1 in the Midwest, taking down Kansas State and Illinois State by a 4-2 and 4-1 count respectively, and also falling to Nebraska. Against the Wildcats, UH came back from a 2-0 deficit to claim the victory behind singles victories from Sveva Mazzari, Sveta Dimitrova, Lauren Alter, and Christina Rivera. Then, against the Redbirds, Dimitrova, Mazzara, Konstantina Nicolau, and Anna Glumak all picked up singles victories in the win. This week in Houston Athletics, a busy week for multiple Cougar sports, including both golf teams continuing tournament play. Track and field heads to the NCAA Indoor Championships, and the men's basketball team heads to Hartford for the AAC tournament, amongst many other games this week for Cougar sports.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Cougar Central. Be sure to follow UH Athletics on both Facebook and Twitter.
Don't forget to tune in next week for more UH Athletics updates. And as always, go Cougs!